Well, hello everybody. Welcome to P.B.M. Money. Tonight I want to talk about one of the rules that I made for myself when we started investing in stocks. And that rule was always have one experiment in process. What do I mean by experiment? Well, one that you can't prove can make money, but you think it will, or a stock that doesn't fit into your parameters, or something that's different, or just to keep it interesting, really. Because no matter how much you enjoy it, no matter how good you are at it, there are times when buying stocks within parameters just gets boring. So in order to keep it not boring, I always wanted to have at least one experiment going. And I went back today and I started counting, and we've had 5 experiments go, and 4 of them did really well. The one of them not so well. But the reason that I did it was, number one, to not be bored, to have fun. I mean, because if you're going and you're checking your stocks once a day and, you know, they're all doing average and they're making you 3.5% dividends and snooze time. So you want something that's not boring. So when you go to check your stocks, you can see what your experiment's doing. Because you might hit a big winner. And I did it to remind myself not to take myself so seriously. That's one of the things that I tend to do, because I'm an all or nothing kind of person. So when I'm all in, I am all in. And I take myself way too serious. I think I'm way too smart and way too good and all that. And you know what? I'm not. And I want to have the experiment just to remind myself of that. You ain't all that. So then I had to decide, well, how much should we have in an experiment? And when we were first getting started, here's what I would do. I would go in once a month and I would sell off our profits. We were doing very well with growth stock. So every month I had anywhere from $600 or $700 to $1,200 in stocks, and we were only putting in $600 a month. So we were doing really well. So I would tell myself, okay, so, you know, once when we go in and take the profits, we'll take we'll take our money back out, and then the rest we'll leave in there, and then when the experiment comes up, whatever's left we'll put into the experiment. So then I had to decide, well, what am I looking for? So at the time when we started, we were doing growth stocks. And so an experiment I had would be to find a really big potential growth stock, but also a big loss potential growth stock. And I can't remember any of them, because most of them I was in and out of in a month, 2 maybe. But so now the last one we did, and the one I'm going to talk to you about tonight, is a company called Energy Transfer, I believe is the name of it. Its symbol is ET. And when I went looking for that one, what I was looking for was, we were transitioning from growth stock to dividend stock. And if you've ever looked for dividend stocks, the decent companies are somewhere around 3, 4, 5% dividend growth, depending on the price of the stock. So when I found, and I'm going to give you some numbers here so that you can have an idea. When I bought ET, I bought it twice. Let's see, I bought it March 29th of this year and April 20th, and both times I spent $200. So I had a total of $400 in there. And the last time I bought, like I said, was the 20th of April, so which about 3 weeks ago. I bought it at $7.86 a share, and the last I looked today it was $9.93 a share. So we've made roughly $100 on a $400 investment. The last time I checked, that's 25% growth in a month and a half. Wow. And that isn't even why I bought it. I bought it because the dividend rate on AT when I bought it was 9.60. 9.60 dividend rate. Now, I currently own 50 some shares at $9.93 a share. So in round numbers, let's say it's $10 a share and I own 50 shares, and the dividend rate is going to be 10% of $10. That's $1 a share. So that's $50 divided by 12 is $4 and something a month, or they're paying it each quarterly, so roughly $15 a quarter on top of the $100 we made in growth. And I think the actual number that it grew, I think, was $108. So if you take 108 plus the 15 that they're going to be giving us is $123 for 2 months on a $400 investment. I'd say that was a good experiment. Now, because I bought this for the large dividend rate, I'm planning on holding this long term. And this is one of those stocks that I will be buying the dip, and I think it will dip, and when it does, I want to have the money ready to go in there and buy it, because the potential upside, if I remember right, was pre-COVID it was 17, 18 bucks a share, and when, like I said, when I bought it, it was 7 and some change a share, so it was over half down. So if I get in around 7, 8, 9 and it doubles, we made a lot of money. And that, I mean, for me. So that's what we're doing. That was the second to the most recent experiment. Went very well. The most recent one I did, I tried to get in 2 months ago, and that was to buy some crypto. I've done all the research I know how to do. I still don't understand it, don't get it. But I see and hear all, so I decided, why not? We'll take 1 month of the investment that we're doing, and we'll put it in. So I didn't want to put it all. By the way, I have 2 accounts, one for the ministry, one for me. The ministry is on Robinhood, so I can buy fractional shares. The other one is on Webull, which I cannot. I didn't think. So normally in a month I would put $400 in Webull. I had $200 sitting there from profit from my last experiment, so I had $600. So I went in and bought $600 worth of Dogecoin. Now, to my surprise, I bought 999.83 something or other coins, and I thought, well, that's weird. I didn't think I could buy fractional shares, but it sure looks like I did. So anyway, so then I went to Robinhood, and there you can buy fractional shares. And so now my choice was either Ethereum or Bitcoin. Now I've had an issue with Bitcoin for years, and I can't really verbalize what it is, but I do. So I bought Ethereum, and I didn't write the numbers down. But I just bought this, let's see, it was a week ago, the Saturday night, so that the week of the Saturday night thing, so that was probably 2 weeks ago. And it's gone up $23, I think is what we made. I only put $200 in there. So that's 10%. It's gone up 10% in 2 weeks. Not bad. Dogecoin, on the other hand, I've lost 1/3 of it. I bought it at 60 cents. Today it was down to 38 cents. So We're sneaking up on half of it. So one experiment I lost 250, the other experiment I gained 30. So yeah, 30. So we'll see. I think both of those I'm going to hold long term, and it could turn around tomorrow, who knows, such as the beast of crypto. Well, I just wanted to come on and explain why I always have one experiment going. I wanted to tell you a little bit about the last couple that we've done, and I think for the most part you should play it conservative. You should go by the numbers, you should play by the rules, but you should also have fun and make it exciting and go outside your comfort zone and try something different just to keep it interesting, just to keep it fun. Well, you guys go have fun, go make money, and happy investing.